All right, so welcome to my living room. I was doing a lot of paperwork today and I thought I need a workout. So I thought I'd try this going live thing and get a little bit more modern here. Okay, so if you're on and you can hear me, you give me a thumbs up, I think. I'm not sure. So we'll just go ahead and hopefully it works. I'll just write in the Facebook messenger that I'm on now, because sometimes you need to refresh the page. Okay. All right. So I can see that there's two people on, but I can't see who. So, all right, we'll go ahead. Like I said, I don't have any music, so we're gonna go with whatever you have at home, your own music. Just because if I put music on and then I leave it posted on YouTube, they don't like that, just because of rights. All right. So you're gonna grab the ball and you're gonna sit on it. So just remember, when you're sitting on the ball, you're gonna sit on the little bit forward, so not right on the middle. And for our warm up, we're gonna have our legs a little bit wider than the hips and your feet nicely planted on the floor. And you're gonna give me some little circles with your hips. All right, and we're gonna go the other direction. Okay, and then we're gonna bring our legs in. So back to the center, walk your legs in. So you're gonna find your balance on one leg. So transfer your weight into one leg. Try and engage that whole side, pushing a little bit into the ball, and then lift the other leg. You're gonna give me ankle rotation. So if balance is an issue, you can put your hands on the ball. That's gonna help a little bit, because we're just warming up, right? So other direction. So sometimes our balance reflex need to wake up a little bit. Let's flex the foot and point, flex, point, flex, point, and let's put that foot down. Let's lift the other leg, rotation. So I have 5 exercises that we're gonna do 50 seconds each other direction. I'm gonna do that 3 times. So it's only like 15 minutes. Little flex, point, flex, point. Good, let's put that foot down. Let's move your shoulders. Little circles, other direction. Good, let's lengthen your arms. One forward and the other one back. And we'll do the other side. Then we're gonna look over the arm that's rotated back. You're gonna lengthen your core and look a little bit further over this one. And let's go on the other side, a little bit further. Just warming up those shoulders. Back to center, give me a wrist rotation, and the other direction. Good, and drop your hands. So feet are in line with your hips. You're gonna sit up nice and tall here so that your pelvic floor is sitting on the ball. We're gonna do a few breaths here. So you're gonna breathe in, and then breathing out, pelvic floor in, lifting it off the ball. Breathe in, relax. Breathing out, pelvic floor in, lifting one leg up. So if that one leg up is not working, just focus on the breathing. So you're breathing out, lifting, alternating leg up and down. So you're sitting up nice and tall, lengthen that core. Think about that strength through your spine, helping you getting a little taller towards the ceiling. Again, you can put your hands on the ball here. You can put your hands up here. That'll be a little bit more challenging. Let's do one more per side. Remember your breathing. All right. So our first exercise, we're doing a bridge on the wall. So your heart rate is gonna go up here because bridge is gonna go 50 second, 10, 50, 10, 50, 10, and non-stop. for the whole 15 minutes. So your heart rate should go up. So if you need some water, I would suggest grabbing some right now. And because we only have 10 seconds in between, so there's not really a break. So we've got bridge with your shoulders on the ball. So we're going to go throughout the whole thing. The first round, it's probably just not going to be as hard as the next two, just because we're learning each exercise. So I'll show you all of them first, and then we'll get going. So we're starting here with a bridge. So you're going to roll forward, hands on each side, rolling forward. I want your shoulders and your head on the ball. So you're not working super hard with your neck, right? So you're going to place that on the ball nice and solid. You're going to bring your feet in line with your hips. And then you're going to lengthen that core and lift a little bit here. Then drop the hips, keep the head looking in front of you, and lift the hips. Drop and lift. So you're lifting to tabletop. And here, if your neck gets tired, you can support it, or you can put it down and drop and lift. But if you can, work a little bit the upper part as well. So then we're gonna roll back up and do a V hold. So here we're gonna sit on the ball, nice and tall. You're gonna bring your arms up and then pull those elbows down. So you're gonna think about reaching to the ceiling, pulling the elbows down, shoulder blades in the little pocket. Little incline back, and then we're gonna rotate. As we're rotating, you want that back arm to pull. So you're gonna feel a little stretch in the front. Back, center, lighten, rotate to the other side. So you're working your entire back here. Then we're going into frog legs. So here, we're just gonna roll over on the other side. So your frog legs, we've done them on the floor, so we're doing them on the back ball. You're not supposed to feel that in your low back. I like to go on my elbows here. And then you're gonna, so your back wants to round up, but around the ball, I want you to straighten your back like you're into a plank here. Lengthen those legs, you can point your feet, and then you squeeze the glutes, lifting the legs, releasing. So your upper body is not moving around the ball, so you're just pressing up a little, pressing up. You should feel that on the outside of your glutes here. Then we're doing a walkout. So this one you're on your elbows when you're doing the frog legs, so it shouldn't be too bad on your arms. We're gonna come back here, we're gonna back up a little bit, and we're gonna do a walkout. So walking it out, you're gonna walk it out to where you can, into a nice plank position. You're gonna open your arms, you can either hold it, or you need a push-up. So this is 50 seconds that you gotta hold it, you're gonna walk it back in. And then we're gonna do a ball squeeze. So the ball squeeze behind the ball, feet just the width of the ball. So my feet are just on the outside of the widest part of the ball here. We'll just put the ball between my knees. I'm gonna press down and forward. The next 2 rounds after, I'm gonna go into a balance. So you're gonna feel free to keep just squeezing the ball and release and squeeze or release. Or at that point, you can follow me into the balance exercise. Is to balance, you're gonna tighten around the ball. All right, so let's get ready. I got my timer on 10 seconds in between, 50 seconds on, and we're starting with the bridge. So sitting on the ball, you're gonna roll it forward, and here, you're gonna lighten your core, lift those shoulders up, looking in front here, feet in line with your hips, drop, pressing up. Whenever you're pressing up, you're gonna breathe out, pelvic floor in. Your feet are in line with your hips. It's gonna be a little bit more challenging because the ball wants to go both directions. You're gonna stabilize here. So you can touch a little bit the low back on the ball and then lifting up. If this is too easy, bring your legs a little bit closer so you have a nice 90-degree. And if it's too easy, this is gonna be a little warm up. I'll make it harder for the next 2 rounds. Remember, if you're feeling pressure to your neck, you can put your hand here. Your eyes are just looking in front. So a little bit different, and bring it up. So now we're gonna sit on the ball, a little forward, up nice and tall. Bring your hands up, feet in line with your hips. Bring those elbows down, just behind the shoulders. Pull up, no pressure to the low back. Little lean back here, so you should feel those back muscles work. Little rotation to one side, back to center, open up that chest. Little rotation to the other side. Back to center, open up the chest, pulling up nice and tall. Rotation to one side. I'm still keeping that arm back, not bringing it forward. Back to center, pulling up nice and tall, little incline back. Rotate the other direction. Back to center, pulling those elbows back. Pull up nice and tall. Breathe out as you're rotating. Center. Breathe out as you're rotating. Center. Breathing out. Center one more time. Breathing out. And center. And let's bring it down. Frog legs. So, long frog legs. So you're going to roll it forward and elbows are on the floor. Now I'm going to engage your core so your back is nice and straight. Straighten those legs and press up. So you can flex your feet or point. You're going to press. There's just a little movement up. And I'm not totally relaxing my legs down. You're pressing up a few inches, letting it drop but not fully. And by now, the outside of your glutes, just at the top part of your glutes, you should start feeling them. And press. Every time you breathe out, think of that pelvic floor in. You're stabilizing on the ball. Breathe, no pressure in the low back. If you're feeling that, back it up a little bit. And the legs are going to be a little lower. Just a few more. And lower those legs. Let's roll it back. So now, we're going to roll forward. So if your knees are in line with your hips, ball on your thighs, and going forward, we're going to walk it out. You're going to walk it out nice and solid. So make sure you're not pushing just on the palm of your hand. Use your fingers. Go to where you can. So you can stop at your knees, a little bit further, so we don't want the ball to go either way. Open up those arms, and give me a push-up or just hold it. So inhale down, exhale up, and inhale down. So we're over halfway. I'm not looking at the number of push-ups here. Feel free to just hold it. If it gets too hard, back it up a little bit. It's almost over. And let's walk it back. All right, and then the ball squeeze. This is the last one. And we're going from the top. So feet the width of the ball. Bring the ball between your knees. And then engage, breathe out, pelvic floor, and squeeze the ball. And release. So I'm engaging, exhale, pelvic floor, and squeezing the ball. Release. I'm not going forward with the ball, so you're just squeezing towards the inside and down. Release, exhale, squeeze, release, exhale, squeeze, release, and exhale, squeeze, release. A few more times. We got 15 seconds here. So we can go a little bit further forward. Transferring the weight, coming up on your toes. Squeeze the ball as hard as you can. And then release and relax. Let's go back to the bridge. So sitting on the ball. One round left, done. So rolling forward. Now here, put your knees together. Lengthen your core, little lift, looking in front of you. And then, as needed, lift one leg up, drop, and press. So if it's too much, then 2 legs down and press. If that's just in between, touch your opposite leg with your foot. So my foot is on the other leg, and you're dropping and up. So it's a little bit harder than the 2 legs on the floor, but not as much as 1 leg up. And we're going to do the other side when we do our last round. So this time, my right leg is up. Just pay attention to which leg is up. My left side is burning. Come on up. And we're going to do that the old. So up nice and tall. Lengthen that core. Arms up, pulling the elbows down, shoulder blades down, leaning back. And then breathe in. On the exhale, rotate. To make this a little bit more challenging, bring your legs together. Little incline back, nice and long. Exhale to one side. Center. Exhale, center. Remember to lighten in the middle. Exhale to one side, opening up that chest. Lighten and rotate. And center. Lighten, rotate, and center. Think about that neck nice and long. So not working with it, it's just holding your head in place. Center, pulling up nice and tall. Rotate, center, lighten, rotate, center, lighten, rotate, and back to center. Good. Now the frog legs. So on the ball, your elbows are on the floor. So just wrapping the ball here, elbows are on the floor, and straighten. Now here, straighten those legs. So if it's not hard enough, bring that in a little bit closer so that you can be longer towards the floor and the legs are higher. So your hips are closer to the edge of the ball. So you have to lift the legs higher towards the ceiling. So remember, the back is not curving. You're working the glutes. I don't want you to feel that into your back. Exhale as you press the legs up, pelvic floor in to maintain that hip stability so that your back is not taking that movement. Breathe out when you're lifting. Breathing out as you lift. And one more. Good, and legs down, and let's roll it back. Rolling out. So again, you can hold it, roll to where you can to maintain that stability on each side. And let's go. So I'm gonna go to my feet, and nice and wide. Now here, watch the hips. You want those a little bit higher, and then no pressure into the low back. Breathe out as you're pressing up. Inhale. Inhale. I'm not looking for numbers of reps here. Good, we're halfway through. Maintain your legs engaged, your glutes. When it gets too hard, roll it back in towards, bring the ball a little closer to your knees or your hips. Just a few more. And let's roll it back. All right, and now we're going to do that ball squeeze. I'm going to balance. So bringing the ball close, squeezing, hands around the ball. I'm not leaning over. You're going to squeeze, lifting one foot, and then the other. Good, and then you're going to hold your balance. You're going to squeeze that ball. Breathe. You can feel free to squeeze and release. Put your toes down before you fall over. And then squeeze. So you can squeeze and release with each breath. You can try here. Now here, you're going to really squeeze that ball the whole time. Breathe. Depending on the days, it goes really well or not so much. So I'm squeezing the ball going forward, then lifting my toes, and then everything is working. And feet down. One more round. It's not too bad. Could probably put 2 more exercises in there. So feet together. Let's roll it forward. If you did the one leg up, lengthen your core, lift your head, and lift your left foot off the ground. Or on your left, put it on your right leg. And then little drop, little lift. So I'd rather that you have 2 feet, no arms. If you put 1 foot up and you need to put your hands down, go back to 2 feet. And one side might be a little harder than the other, and that's okay. Breathe out as you're pressing up. I'm not working with my neck pulling forward here. Eyes are on the upper corner of the ceiling. That side doesn't work. No. And let's bring it up into that V-hold. So feet in line with your hips, so a little closer, pulling up nice and tall, arms up, pulling those elbows down, incline back, rotating to one side, back to center, lengthen, rotate. So I'm feeling the entire back here work, but there's no pressure in the low back. Lengthen, rotate. I can feel it, it's working. but I'm not squeezing. You're gonna exhale out. Bring your legs closer. If you want a little bit more challenge, or incline a little bit further back. Remember to breathe out, pelvic floor in. So you should feel that here as well. One more. Back to center and frog legs. So here, again, you're gonna bring those legs either belly on the ball or bring it closer. The hips on the ball so that you're dropping the legs and lifting the legs a little bit higher, but without the back caving. So remember, nice and solid core. Pressing those heels up and press. You're gonna breathe out every time you're pressing up, sorry. You have 20 seconds of those. Five seconds. And let's bring it back in. All right, now legs in line with your hips, hand rolling it forward. One more time and we'll push up. So here, nice and solid core. So you're doing what you can, breathing in. Nice and solid legs. As soon as this lets go, the ball wants to go everywhere. Breathing out, pelvic floor in. So we're halfway through. Just a few more. Again, feel free to hold the position. Roll it back a little bit as needed. Give me one more push up. And let's roll it back, nice and controlled. Good, and let's go for that ball squeeze. So again, when you go forward, you can squeeze and release, or squeeze and roll it forward a little bit. So I like to dig in and roll forward and lifting my toes up and looking up. Breathe. Still have 30 seconds to go. You're to squeeze that ball. So feel free to go with that breath. Inhale, then exhale, squeeze, pelvic floor in. If you're doing that balance, you're gonna keep the squeeze the whole time, but you gotta keep breathing, keeping your eyes up. Use your feet around the side of the ball. You can't see very well here, but so here, and I wrap my feet a little bit around and relax. Good, great work. We're gonna do a little cool down. So we're gonna sit on the ball and you're gonna just give me some little circles. All right, and other direction. I forgot to say at the beginning, I think on the lower right-hand side, there's a place where you can type something. So if you have questions, I should have said that at the beginning, but if you have questions now, feel free to type them and I can answer them. So feet in line with your hips, we're gonna straighten one leg in front. Gonna give me a little rotation inside the hip joint. So my heel is on the floor here, and I'm sitting a little forward on the ball. You're gonna straighten up your core and slowly going forward. Little stretch in the back of your leg. Rotate your toes towards the outside. Little stretch on the side here. Back to center, come on up. And let's do the other leg. So just straightening in front, flexing your foot, lengthen your core. So here, you're up nice and tall and slowly going forward. Feel that stretch here. If you curve your upper body, I have to go all the way here to feel that same stretch. Straight upper body, I'm not going very far. So let's work, same result. We're all for that. Rotate your toes towards the outside. Little stretch on the outside of your leg. Bring it back to center and up. And we're going to kneel in front of the ball here. So if you have a carpet at home, it's perfect. But you can have a yoga mat here, or skip this one and you can do it later. Basically, I'm going to put one leg in front, just using the ball to help with balance. Squeezing the bottom of your boot, slowly going forward towards the ball. And then leaning back, and let's go forward. So you can have your toes extended or flexed, whichever is more comfortable for you. And one more time. And let's switch leg. So I'm just leaning, bottom, pushing the bottom of the hip forward, and then sending that back, and bottom of the hip forward, and back, and one more time, and pressing the ball forward. Good, and leaning in front of the ball, you're gonna have your hands just in front of you here, and you're gonna send your hips back as you're sending that ball forward, kind of like in child's pose, but with the ball in front. Let's bring your hips back and roll the ball towards you. Come on up, ball towards one corner, but your hips towards the other. So nice little stretch onto the side of your hips that are going back. Bring it back to center, other direction, hips to one corner, ball to the other, and back to center. We're gonna go on our back, keeping the ball close. So your feet are going to be on it. I want your heels close enough to the edge of the ball so that we can roll it out and be comfortable. You're going to extend those legs so your calves are on the ball, putting one ankle on the other knee. And then relax your shoulders, place the shoulder blades in the little pocket, relax your neck. Just bring that knee in. You're going to feel that stretch in the opposite side. And rolling it out, and rolling it in, and one more time, and rolling it in. And here you're gonna give me little circles with that ball. Let your hips move around. Get back to center, and let's switch legs. So extend both legs. Calves are kind of on the ball. You're gonna put your right ankle on your left knee, or whichever you didn't do first. And shoulder blades in the little pocket, keeping your back nice and relaxed. Bring that left leg in, extend, and in, and extend. And one more time. And then drawing those little circles so you're moving your hips around, getting just little movements. So not really feeling stretches, it's just moving everything. And release. Good, let's come on up. And so here you're going to keep the ball in front of you. So you can have your knees bent or legs straight. I want that back straight though. So as you're straightening your leg, your back curves, bend the knee, straighten up. We're going to roll the ball forward, keeping that back straight so you're feeling that in your inner thighs. Bring it back in. I'm going to put my legs out. So because those balls squeeze, so you want your legs open but no cramping in the back here. Up nice and tall, going forward, and bring it in. Let's roll the ball towards one side, and bring it in, and towards the other side, and bring it in. Good, let's bring your legs in, and relax those shoulders, and drop your chin towards your chest, little roll towards one side, back to center, rolling towards the other, back to center. And thank you for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed the workout. I'll try to do a few more with some small pieces of equipment that we might have at home or somewhere in the basement or the attic that we've put away. So hopefully I'll see you soon. Thanks.